we are up. And the air is smoky. There must be a fire somewhere that's bringing smoke our way. You can see the sun lighting up the southeastern sky, and the view is less crisp than yesterday's. Now, I'd like to share a little backstory here. Give you an idea of how I came to be in this situation. The story goes back to the summer of 2007. I was done with high school and getting ready to go off to college. I was so excited about being a college student. I found this podcast of a class from the University of California, Berkeley, Introduction to Astronomy, taught by Alex Filippenko, and I started listening to it. I'd always been interested in astronomy. This class, I think it was about 40 lectures, was a good match for my appetite of knowledge. And he taught it so well. And then, about halfway through the lecture series, there was one lecture on eclipses. He says to the students that a total solar eclipse, not a partial solar eclipse, which isn't the same phenomenon at all, but actually traveling to be within the path of totality, is something you owe it to yourself to see. And I can still remember one of his lines. He said, "It's one of those profound life experiences, like a first kiss, or the birth of your child, or going in and snatching victory from the jaws of defeat." I was young and impressionable, and I totally took his word for it. His enthusiasm rubbed off on me. Looking back, I think it's rare that you get any life advice from a college lecture, let alone life advice that's so direct, specific, and actionable. He went on to talk for an hour about the phenomena of eclipses and the sun, the phases of the moon, sunlight, and the shadow on the Earth's atmosphere. And at the same time, he talked about his own personal stories of traveling all over the world just to see eclipses. And astronomy, you know, is such a faraway thing. Yet here was this topic, this special astronomical event that felt more human and somehow dramatic in a personable way. And then to end that class, he informed the students of upcoming eclipses. There was a handful scattered throughout the globe in faraway exotic places, but he emphasized the one coming up in 10 years from then, August 21st, 2017. This total eclipse would be in North America, close to home. So right then I made a promise to myself, without even being able to conceive of what 2017 would look like, and without really knowing where I would be or what I would be doing, that I would go to see one of these with my own eyes one day. Getting more excited as we make our way up. Feels like Christmas, or the 4th of July. How come they don't make big astronomical occurrences national, international holidays? It was a totally vague promise, and it sat dormant for many years. Then fast forward to about 6 months ago, the start of this year, 2017. I caught a news article of the upcoming North American eclipse, and all this came rushing back to me in an instant. I didn't even bother to read the article. I just sat there with that old promise hanging in the air. I'm 10 years older now. My life has new projects and priorities, non-astronomical ones, and I have a wife, we have careers. I was actually ready to not go on this eclipse trip for scheduling and financial reasons. Savina seems skeptical about the worthiness of traveling just to see an eclipse. I actually think the main reason she wants to go is that we're going to make a backpacking trip out of it. I'm more skeptical now too, not as impressionable as I used to be. At this point, I'm not even sure anymore that this is a must-see event. I mean, what do I really owe to my 17-year-old self? What did he know? But somehow that youthful personality where it's so easy to dream, where anything is possible, I've been feeling surprisingly ashamed at the possibility of letting the Jeremy from 2007 down. And now that we're going through with it, I feel this sense of relief. I don't know what we're going to see when we get there, as the moon goes and moves in front of the sun, but I do feel proud and fortunate that we're going to be there. A promise is a promise. And coming up on the summit. Looks like there's quite a crowd here. such a tranquility. Kind of reminds me of a solemn ceremony. Maybe a religious service. Wow. Welcome, Savina. We're here. 25 minutes to when the moon touches the sun. It's a bright and clear and sunny day here. We have our special solar viewing equipment, a dark glass filter mounted on a cardboard backer. Let's take a look at the sun. We seem to have the good fortune of being up at about 9,000 feet, so we're just above the smoke. There's a big bite out of the sun, and it's growing with every minute. We're about halfway through the passage of the moon to cover the sun completely. It's going to be maybe another 40 minutes to when the moon exactly blocks the disk of the sun. And I have no idea what it's going to be like, but, well, I have some idea. Supposedly it's going to get as dark as night, as dark as a full moon-lit night. You're going to see sunset in every direction. The temperature is going to drop 20 degrees. Animals are going to start to think it's nighttime. And the stars and the planets are going to come out. It's supposed to be a thing of wonder. Can you imagine what the atmosphere of the sun looks like? Supposedly the total solar eclipse is the only time you can see it, and it's about 5 times as big as the sun itself. Imagining this immense feathery object up in the sky. I think I feel the temperature dropping. Maybe it's just my imagination. And it's not as bright outside.
I get bored before I get there.
It almost feels like twilight, but still the colors of daytime. It's a beautiful little crescent. It's really eclipsing. Oh, it's happening. "15 minutes. "4 minutes to totality. It's cold, and the shadows are crisp, and the whole world has taken on some sort of a blue-gray metallic hue. This is kind of surreal. If you look around, your eyes don't quite know how to react. I've never seen anything like this. It's happening. Wow, it's happening. It's dark. Oh my god. Can you... Wow. It's amazing.
Whoa.
I can't believe it. Wow. Savina.
Wow.
I'm speechless. Imagine that. That's unbelievable. That's an instant sunset everywhere we look. Look at that atmosphere. I can't believe it. Wow, it's like nighttime. Look at that. That's amazing. It's dark. That's unreal. It's almost over. The ring is coming back. It's glowing. It's unbelievable. Everybody is stunned. Oh my goodness. That's indescribable. Powerful?
Good.
It was more credible than I could have even imagined.
Yo también.
That was so special.
Sí.
I can't-
The
I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, the sun's covered up. But it really impacted you. Now I guess we put our sunglasses back on. And the world is gonna warm up again. It was a ring of sunset. Just like that. Oh, I was shaking. I can see how that could be a terrifying experience for somebody from 1,000 years ago. Totally out of nowhere. Okay. Everyone's caught their breath and returning to normal life. And there goes the shadow across the country. Maybe another hour of eclipse for the rest of North America. Can you imagine the same people with the same emotional experience than 100 miles east of us, 100 miles more and 100 miles more? And just like that, we're headed home.
I felt really emotional,
Me too.
and it was a very deep experience.
Yes. It comes and goes so quickly.
Yeah, traveling to see an eclipse never made any sense to me until now. Now I get it. I will do it.
Right, because you see a partial eclipse and you think, okay, well, maybe a total eclipse is marginally better. But no, it's totally better. It's
It's total.
yeah.